Now, how did you actually connect with your group? I know you said you started rapping in like '83, but did y'all all just start off together, or y'all just kind of linked up with it afterwards?
Well, A plus was the person who got me on, but basically we all went to the same elementary. So me, A plus, Dale, and Casual all went to Howard Elementary in East Oakland. And so when we grew up, like rap was new, so it was just something to do. There's no way to really explain hip hop to somebody who didn't grow up in that era because it was like closest thing is probably the internet. You know what I mean? Though, like it was a new way of interacting and thinking about the world. And once we saw it, graffiti. Also, I think in the '80s, you just felt like it was the future. You know what I'm saying? Though, like you look at all the old TV shows and Leave It to Beaver and Andy Griffith and all that, and it was black and white. And then we're in the '80s where everything is like angular and DeLorean, gull wing doors and Porsche, every bright color. So hip hop just kind of with the graffiti and with the beats coming out of machines and stuff, it was something that we all were into. And so in elementary school, we decided, you know what, we're just gonna start writing rap. It was just something you did. Everybody break dance, everybody, played around with the graffiti stuff, and everybody rapped. And A plus was he was like a man child almost. He had a vision that was, bigger than us doing it kind of for fun, and then Dell's cousin was Cube. So once Cube got on, he put Dell on, and then Dell was like, "Yo, when I come through the door, everybody's coming through the door," and the rest is history. So Dell's first record came out in '91, so that was I was maybe a junior in high school or maybe a senior by then, and he put us on a B side called "Burnt" on the other side of Mr. Dabalina's album, and
Mm.
it just started popping from then on. So it's been a blessing that we even because we grew up all walking distance from each other, but the fact that we grew up walking distance from each other and then we all had this thing hip hop which is kind of like a new way of understanding community and communicating and all that sort of changed our lives. And then now 30 plus years later, 40 years later really, I mean like literally like what 39 years later we still together doing it. It's like it
Mm.
formed a strong nucleus that holds us all together.
Wow, man, that's a major blessing because that's a high concentration of high powered lyricists in one neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
man, a lot of people don't got it like that. And then y'all met in elementary school. Most of the legendary rap groups, they may have met in high school, maybe junior high, maybe
Mhm.
college, but elementary school, shit. That's
Yeah, so
what's
I mean,
up.
we were friends beforehand too. We played with, GI Joes and the little vibrating football and actual football, all these things together. And I think really we're all from it's like the same sort of East Oakland, around 82nd over in that area. And to me the biggest blessing is that there's so many pitfalls that we could have fallen for because we grew up in the prime crack era. You know what I'm saying? They're like we at the end of pimping and heroin in the beginning of crack, and we could have all participated in that, but we had something else, that occupied our minds and gave us a reason to not participate because we needed to be free and we had a way to express ourselves and be fly and be fresh without it being something where we needed to necessarily grind, or hustle to do that. I mean, I say hip hop kept us safe, because to a lot it's really different now. Kids don't understand. Like, I got a job just to get some Jordans. Like, it wasn't, I didn't have, I got a
Mhm.
job. Like, your parents just didn't get you stuff like that. You didn't, it's like $50, $100. That's a week's paycheck. You know what I mean? So we didn't have all the fly stuff that all the kids kind of have now. Like right now, you can be on a cool little budget, but still go to even Walmart or something, come with something fly. We was really hand me downs and like even the ripped jeans and all that. It's just from wearing your jeans so much that they ripped until it became style. Then you started cutting them up, and your mom be yelling at you, why are you destroying good clothes? But so hip hop gave us the ability to be fresh and fly without it having to be a change in our financial position. And now, I mean, of course, we've been fortunate that we've been able to upgrade our finances based on it, but it gave us something that I think kept us safe and healthy and away from a lot of the pitfalls that I think a lot of the homies are still dealing with. I got homies who were just getting out from then, who did 30 years, did 25 years, some still in. And it's crazy how it's just like, I mean, good family structure, good teachings and all that, but it really was like, I'm gonna be a rapper, dude. We cut our hair in the kitchen how we want. We couldn't afford no haircut, but we could still cut it how everybody wanted and all that kind of stuff. And we could be cool and hip without having to really necessarily get out on the block and have to get it, And I think that to me is the biggest blessing. Lyricism aside, I think with the lyricism, it's like iron sharpens iron. When I'm writing raps, I'm writing to beat Hyro. Like I'm not even thinking about cats outside of my immediate cipher, really, because I don't really, not to be gassed or nothing, but I don't really even. It's like, nah, I did that. You know what I'm saying? It's really like I listen to a Cash song or A Plus song or Festo D or something like that and be like, oh, okay, I gotta get on his helmet.
Man, that's dope. That's dope. I'm glad you mentioned that, man. Wow, that's amazing. Now, I think you said Dale's album was in 91 and then 93 Until Infinity. So was y'all already signed at that point or was y'all still grinding, trying to get into the game?
Yeah. Oh, no. Dale put us on Burnt. And as soon as that came out, we started getting noticed by labels. So, Dante Ross, who signed Dale, started trying to sign Casual, and Sophia Chang, who also signed like the Fushnikins and stuff. She started thinking about signing us at Jive. Stretch and Bobito, or Stretch Armstrong and Reef were trying to sign us to Big Beat Atlantic. So we started traveling in 91, 92 to New York and doing the negotiations and all that kind of stuff. And by the time, like we signed like right after the riots in 92. I remember because we were in New York during the riots. I remember because we was watching it on TV at the Empire Hotel. So we signed like right after that.
Oh, wow, man, that's definitely a classic album. A 5 mic, it's still standing the test of time.